Seamus.
And I'm Andrew Matheson for double coverage, our CCS D3 semifinal recap. Yes.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. The Aptos Mariners going back to the dance.
Nailed it.
Big winners on Friday night, defeating Willow Glen, 42-24, a 28-point second half. They outscored Willow Glen 14-0 in that third quarter. Big games all around, 4 turnovers. Tell us about it, Mr. Seamus. You were there.
It was just a great team effort. You know, Michael Chavez, one of their stud running backs, one of their 18 zillion stud running backs, got injured.
A billion, zillion, sure. 4th
guy this year to go down to a shoulder injury. But you know what? The Mariners got Louis Demisel back.
4th guy.
Yeah. No matter how hard they work out, they can't strengthen those shoulders. And
no matter how many players they lose, they can still win games.
That's what Coach Blankenship said. Randy Blankenship said, we're just going to put someone else, not knocking an injury, but we're gonna fill the spot.
No, next guy up. That's how it's been all season. That's how it is every season at Aptos now.
It's kind of weird because you hang around campus a little bit before the game and everyone's talking about their freshman class. Our freshman class is the best yet. and they're pulling guys up. I mean, Kyle Marks, their sophomore, had a touchdown tonight. That guy is a phenomenal little sophomore. So he scored once. Austin Verdugo scored twice. Louis Demisel, also scored twice. Just a great team effort on offense.
So they're one game away. Before the game, they're one game away from the CCS final.
Yes.
A repeat performance to get back there. And they're talking about 4 years.
No, the fans are like, hey, this is a good team.
Well, it should scare the crap out of the rest of the league
they're scared.
and the CCS. And when you get this team that's going to the CCS final, and hey, we got another class coming in that's pretty damn good.
What Aptos is doing, not to disrespect it, is everything that SLV did during its heyday.
Sure.
You know, living in the weight room, making CCS appearances annually, representing our league.
Yeah.
So it's a little turnover, the changing of the guards, and the Mariners are the king right now, you know?
Right now.
So 4th straight playoff appearance and now 2nd straight final.
And you picked Aptos to win by a touchdown.
10 points, buddy.
I picked him to win by 14. And they won. They proved us both wrong.
Yeah.
I guess that was the motivation.
No, but they were happy we chose them.
Sure.
So the big thing was the defense in the second half.
Yeah.
You know? Well, anyone you want to mention on defense? I know we've been touting some people all year.
Well, we got Dalton Weitzel, 2 more picks.
Wow.
What does that give him now?
8.
8 picks on the season.
The Och.
The Ocho. Dante Gomez also getting a pick, but 4 turnovers. What did we talk about last in the preview?
Turnovers.
Willow Glen had 4 turnovers last week against Lee, and they ended up getting a big win. I was like, they can't do that against Aptos.
Yeah.
Aptos is going to capitalize, and they did. But four second half turnovers, and of course Aptos getting 4 touchdowns.
We feel like fortune tellers, prognosticators, right? Because we're like, we talked to turnovers.
Geniuses, really, yeah.
But you know what the thing is? We ramble so long in all our episodes that we mentioned we leave no stone or football unturned to where something we say is going to come back and be truthful. Hey, Aptos win by 10 or more points. Bam! Nailed it. Aptos is going to win the turnover. Bam!
I don't know if we said or more.
Okay, well.
We said 10.
Yeah.
And I said 14.
And then I went like this after the show. I went, oh! All right, so we're happy. We're stoked the Mariners are in the championship.
Yeah.
I was there with them. We're supposed to be in buyers. I'm holding Randy's hand. Ship. It was just great. We both got doused with water. I dried myself off. Poor guy's going to have a heart attack. They doused him after the game.
Pneumonia?
Yeah. He was already snivelly this week.
But it was 70 degrees out, right? So
no, it's got a little...
Okay.
Chilly out there.
But the run defense, Hakeem Mays did his job. 20 carries, 148 yards, 2 TDs, 1 TD receiving.
This kid's the real deal.
Yeah.
Granted, he muffed a punt, signaled a fair catch, and fumbled away. It was recovered by Brandon Pierce. They scored the next play. Aptos did to kind of seal the victory. But this kid is a stud.
Oh, really?
And a class individual. I talked to him after the game, and he manned up and talked. And, and he gave kudos to Aptos, too. I mean, they deserved it.
Yeah.
We saw them on film. We knew what they did. They're just so clean, and they execute so well. We just didn't stop it. So, but I was impressed with Willow Glen's offense. I mean, they ran for 288 yards, passed for 176.
Not bad.
So
not bad, but obviously Aptos a little bit better. 373 yards on the ground, 44 carries. You mentioned Chavez going out, but Louis Demisel coming back.
Yes.
From an injury, and it looks like Of course, I'm looking at these numbers. I'm like, who had the triple digits? So
no.
nobody did. Yeah.
Never.
373 yards rushing. Nobody eclipsed. Looks like 87 yards.
The machine.
CJ Pistorino was your leading rusher.
He was a man.
Yeah, again, same old thing for Aptos. They're moving on to the next round.
Saturday.
They will get the rematch that we kind of jumped ahead,
Yes.
looking forward to last week. They're going to play St. Ignatius.
The number 5 seed.
41-21 winners over Burlingame, which hadn't lost all season.
Number 1 seed.
They beat it by 3 touchdowns for a team that hasn't lost all season.
Unbeaten no more.
Which is kind of typical for your WCAL opponents.
West Catholic Athletic League 6th place finisher is better than a PAL Ocean champ.
Yeah.
Not surprising, quite honestly.
That's kind of how it works.
Not surprising.
Of course, if you remember 2 years ago, these two teams, Aptos and SI, met up in the first round of the CCS D3 playoffs. Aptos, led by Riggs Powell that year, quarterback, had a nice, comfortable lead, I remember, at halftime. I was at the game, and SI came all the way back. I believe it was, I forget what the deficit was, but it was about 3 touchdowns, I think, at least. And SI got that win, ended up going all the way to the final that year and winning the D3 last year, even though they probably shouldn't have even won their first game against Aptos.
Each of the last 3 years, the team Aptos has lost to has won it all.
Yeah.
So I asked Randy after the game tonight and said, hey, what do you think? Rematch, you care? There's that long, uncomfortable pause to stare down probably. I said, we're just happy to be in the playoffs. Take that as you will. Anyway, we're excited for next week.
Yeah. he's not going to give any sort of bulletin board material, I'm sure. We will. No.
Yeah. We will next week on Tuesday.
Sure, yeah. SI, of course, obviously going to be a formidable opponent.
Yes.
And there, of course, we mentioned 2 years ago, what did they do last year?
They won Open Division.
They won the Open Division.
They're good. We're going to talk about them a whole lot more.
2-time CCS champions right now in the row. They'll play Aptos next Saturday
At a time
and site to be determined.
Nice. That does it.
That's it.
It's a wrap.
Go home. Yeah. Well. That's our show for our whatever
Semifinal
CCS
Yes,
D3
they got it.
recap. Check us out next week for our CCS D3 championship preview.
That's right. You know, it's 13 weeks of Twitter, social media, talent, all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know it.
Figure it out.
Okay, we're cutting corners now. We're shortening the length of this video to 10 minutes.
You don't think we should mention Twitter? I've only got like 3 followers out of this.
All right. Well, start following us on Twitter. Down there. Right,
Seriously.
Right there. It's on each side under our name.
Tout. Like us on Facebook.
Like us on Facebook.
We're going to mention. Yeah.
And check us out at santacruzsentinel.com/football.